All right, premium DGens, here is the DMC scraper running on a Windows machine. I'm going to show you how to get this running. Very easy and very quickly to do. Let's just jump straight in. First thing you're going to need to do is navigate to the DMC Premium Chat, the DGen calls Premium Chat, and navigate over to the DMC Academy where you'll find the downloader file right here. Now, if you cannot navigate to the DMC Academy, I have the link below this video that will direct you straight to this message right here. So you just need to download the DMC scraper right there and then open that up on your machine. Open up that zip file and you'll have a Windows and a Mac version. Now, I'm having issues running the Mac version right now. I'm sure that there'll be an update to get that running. It's just giving me an issue to get that running. Let's jump over to Windows version. We have the config.json and we have the contracts.txt file and we have the DMC scraper exe file, which you need to launch in order to run the scraper. But before we do that, we need to enter in the details. Now, let's jump over to the documentation, guide to configure and start the DMC scraper bot. This guide will walk you through setting up and starting the DMC scraper bot, including how to obtain a Telegram API key to configure the bot. Warning, protect your API key. Do not share your API key or API hash. Your Telegram API key and API hash are sensitive credentials that grant access to your Telegram account and any associated bots or services. If these credentials are exposed or shared, they can be used by malicious actors to gain unauthorized access to your Telegram account. This may lead to loss of personal data, messages, contacts, and channels. Compromise bot wallets. If your bot interacts with wallets or handles financial transactions, these could be at risk if your API keys are compromised. So we need to create an API key and an API hash, but be very careful with that data. Do not share it with anyone. Only put it into the bot and run it within that bot, and do not share it anywhere else. Treat it like it's your own personal private key for your crypto wallet or your seed phrase for your crypto wallet. Very much the same thing. Do not share that API key or API hash. Steps to protect your API key. Keep your API key and hash private. Never share your API credentials publicly or with untrusted parties. Store your credentials securely. Use password managers or secure methods to store the API keys. Regenerate API keys if you suspect a compromise. If you believe your keys have been exposed, immediately regenerate them from mytelegram.org and update your bot and configuration. Now, I know I did harp on that a little bit with the API stuff, but it is very important that you do not share that with anyone. Remember, the loss of your API key could result in the loss of your Telegram account and any associated bot functionality, including compromised wallets or financial transactions handled by your bot. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's proceed and get sorted with your API key. Now you need to go to mytelegram.org. So let's jump into mytelegram.org and figure out how to organize an API key and an API hash. Now over at mytelegram.org, it will ask you to put in your phone number. Now put in the phone number along with that international prefix as well. So I'm just going to enter my phone number in here and I'm going to hit next, and you'll receive a confirmation code through your Telegram account. Now you need to jump onto your Telegram account and enter the code that you've received as a confirmation. So just get it in your phone, or if it's on your computer, just do it through there. Now we have our code. I'm just going to type that in, and you can also select Remember Me and just hit enter or sign in. Now, once you've signed in correctly, you'll have these links here: API development tools, delete account, logout. So you don't want to delete your account. We want to enter the API development tools. Here I've obviously already created an application, so all I need to do is make an update or save any changes. But before this step, you'll have the ability to create an app, and all you need to do is give it a title and a short name, and there may be a create app button or something like that. And then once you've created that app, it will give you these API hashes and API ID. So you need to remember the API hash or API ID that you need to put into the bot in order to get access to your Telegram account. Creating that app configuration is very easy. Now, if we jump over to the documentation, step number 2 is to configure the bot. The bot configuration is done through a config.json file. This file contains your Telegram API credentials, phone number, and other preferences, such as the bots you want the scraper to interact with. Open the config.json file in a text editor such as Notepad or code editor. Here's a sample configuration with explanations for each field right here. Now, to get this running on a Windows machine, I've actually got a VPS. Personally, I prefer a VPS over running it on my personal computer because it needs to be running 24/7 or on 24/7 in order to run the bot. So I'm going to jump over to a virtual private server here where I've got the bot running. All you need to do before you run the DMC scraper file is add those details to the config.json file. Now you need to go open that up with your Notepad, and you're going to need to enter in the API ID, the API hash, your phone number for your Telegram account, as well as the session name, which is this short name here. And we also have the bot to use is DSB and the DSBM buy amount is 0.05. Now, once you enter in your configuration settings, very easy to do. We need to figure out which bot you want to use. So we have a few bots to use. Here's a list of available bots you can use in the bots to use section. DSB, DeFi Solana bot, GMGN, TradeWiz or Trojan. You can specify one or more bots in the bots to use section. The bot will execute purchases with each bot in the list. So you can see in the example here, this is DSB and TradeWiz. So in this example here, bots to use has two bots, DSB and TradeWiz. So if you want to use multiple bots, just separate them out by commas, but put them inside inverted commas there. If you want the bot to interact with DSB and GMGN, configure like this. So again, separated by a comma, but inside inverted commas, DSB and GMGN. So you can scrape and do multiple purchases with different bots. Once you've entered all that configuration stuff in to the config file, config.json file, make sure you save that configuration, and then all you need to do now is run the bot. Running the bot windows, just locate the executable file, which I have here, DMC scraper. Let's just close that down for a second. All you need to do now on the Windows machine is double click the DMC scraper, hit run, and that will run. Now all we need to do is press enter to start the bot. If it's the first time you're running this bot, Telegram will ask you for another passkey. First time authorization. When you run the bot for the first time, it will ask you to authorize your Telegram account. You'll receive a code on your Telegram app, which you must enter into the bot to complete the login. So for the second time in this process, you'll be asked to get that code that you received from Telegram. That'll be directly from Telegram in order to put that code into the DMC scraper. So if we go back here, of course, my bot is already running, but before this happens, it will ask you to put in the code that you receive here on your Telegram account for the first time. You only have to do it one time. Once you've done it once, it'll be fine after that. Just run the scraper, enter that code for the first time from Telegram, and then the bot will start running for you. And once you hit enter to start running the bot. So from there, that's that simple. Currently, I'm running it off DSB, but I probably will do some experimentation running GMGN and maybe TradeWiz. Fantastic that we got this option to put in multiple bots as well. How the bot works: once started, the bot will continuously monitor the specified Telegram channels and users for contract addresses. When a new contract is detected, it will interact with the bots listed in the bots to use configuration, sending by commands if applicable. Now you can run the bot also in the command line, but I'm not going to worry about showing you that on this video because it's much easier just to run it by double clicking the DMC scraper file. So using that is a much easier and quicker option in my opinion. But you can run it in the command prompt as well if you do wish to do that. That is the steps on how to run DMC scraper. Very simple. Create Telegram API hash and key, enter those into the config file, and make sure you authorize Telegram both occasions to do that, and then run the bot and then hit enter. That's that simple. I'm running this on a VPS because it runs 24/7, so very easy. You can run this on your local machine if you wish to, but I would suggest also running this on a VPS, so the 10x servers link is linked below as well. All right, premium degens, have yourselves a fantastic day. Bye for now.